For the past 2.5 years, 91-year-old Paul Thost has been translating a rare piece of history.
On the 5th of August 1914, the news about the war trickled down here. There was no doubt that the English would confiscate the ship.
Pages from the diary of Fritz Steger, an officer on board the German logging ship Oberhausen, which was docked in Tasmania when World War I was declared. His entries tell of an unusual arrest.
The captain opened the bar in Huneville, and he also had snacks prepared for the arresting seamen. It became a party rather than an arrest. You know?
Fritz spent 5 months interned on this remote section of Bruny Island at the quarantine station.
One of their busy times was the German internment.
2014 marked 100 years since the Oberhausen arrest and the start of a search for the crew's relatives.
2 years later, after this German magazine put the article in, I got an email from the granddaughter of Fritz Steger, and her grandfather had done 5 diaries. Isn't it beautiful?
The diary was loaned to the wildcare group Friends of Bruny Island Quarantine Station. But finding someone in Tasmania to translate the old German was a challenge. Enter Paul Thost.
I am able to read it, and I still use it now and then. When I want to have an entry in my diary that only I want to read, I write it in the old-fashioned German way.
Fritz wrote the diary for his mother, but this month it will be published. Any profits will be put towards maintaining the quarantine station, and there are still 4 more diaries waiting to be translated. There were close to 7,000 prisoners of war and civilians interned across Australia during World War I. For a time, 70 lived on Bruny Island. Historians say this diary ensures that moment isn't lost to history.
To have an historical source from someone who was there for that time, that's a rare and valuable thing.
The similarities between Mr. Thost and Mr. Steger run deep. Both were German sailors who ended up in Tasmania.
Do you think you would have got along with Fritz?
Oh, yes. Yes. I would have been able to identify with him. No problem at all.
Sarah Jane Bell, ABC News.